Are you thinking about moving into Braunfels, San Marcos, or anywhere in Central Texas, and you want to learn more about the buying and selling process, what the area is like, and even potential problems to look out for? Well, this channel is just for that. Unlike a lot of realtors, actually scratch that, unlike a lot of people, I tend to tell it like it is. Now here's a little story. Several years ago, I was showing this lady some homes in the Kyle area, and her dad would always tag along, kind of doing what dads normally do and trying to protect their kid from making a bad decision. And in this case, it was buying the wrong home. Well, he was always kind of over on the side, inspecting as we were going along and opening up and shutting all the things and looking at the electrical panels, all that kind of stuff. Well, I, of course, just continued to do what I always do and was pointing out all the positive things, but also the potential issues that she would have if she were to buy the house. Then at one point, the dad said, I don't really like realtors. I was like, gee, thanks. But then he said, but you're not like most realtors, though. I actually kind of like you. I was like, again, kind of, okay, thanks. But that comment stuck with me. Now, of course, that's always been who I am, but I realized that many people see realtors like they see used car salesman type people. No offense to used car salesmen, but they see them as these people who are just trying to get a paycheck or willing to do whatever they need to get a deal done. But buying a home is a really big deal. And for most people, is the biggest financial decision that they'll ever make. The process can be stressful and overwhelming. So I've always tried to make it my job to help people to ease that stress, to help educate my clients through the whole process so they know what they're getting into before they ever get into it, to point out the potential issues that might be around the corner. Because, while this is what I do all the time, for most people, they don't know a lot about the whole process and what to look for. Everybody deserves to have a person in their corner who's going to look out for their best interest, a lot like that dad. And unfortunately, in the world we live in, a lot of people, they just don't do that. So I'm Eric McArthur, and I'm a local realtor living in New Braunfels, Texas. I grew up not too far from here in North Austin back in the 80s and 90s when life was a whole lot more simple and Austin was a whole lot smaller, a whole lot less traffic, all that business. But I've lived in Central Texas the majority of my life, graduated from Texas State back in 2002 when it was still SWT. And I've owned houses myself in Pflugerville, Cedar Park, San Marcos, and now New Braunfels. So I've gotten to experience life in a bunch of different areas of Central Texas. And honestly, if you're not from here, they all have a different feel. So it's kind of good to know what you're looking for to know where to find it. I became a realtor in 2018, in a large part because I always wanted to renovate homes. So I don't know why, it just seemed to make sense to then become a realtor to make the whole process easier. But since then, I've had the opportunity to help buyers, sellers, investors, and relocating families navigate this roller coaster market that we've seen. So my hope with this, starting this YouTube channel, is to help others know what to look out for, to help educate buyers and sellers about the process, to show people what living in this small part of the world is like, so that y'all could know what was right for y'all. So follow along. You'll find videos that talk about that selling and buying process, what it's like to live here in Central Texas, videos about what I call real talk kind of videos, where just keeping it real in a world that's not so real. And then also seeing videos from the home inspector point of view, where you can get a sneak peek behind the walls, if you will. So if you are thinking about moving to Central Texas, if you're looking to buy, sell, if you're investing, or maybe you just want honest information about what the market and like living here is really like, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot of videos coming that are designed to help you make decisions that are smarter and to help avoid common mistakes. If you have any questions about relocating, about neighborhoods, about builders, because there's some crappy ones and I'm sure we'll do a video on it. If you've got questions about inspectors or about buying a home here specifically, my contact information is down below in the description, and feel free to reach out anytime. I'd love to help.